Why, hello everyone, and as always, welcome back to Let's Play RimWorld. So, our colony is expanding like the might of God. I don't know, I wasn't really planning that out before I started saying it, which is something that I really should learn to never do, but I do it absolutely all the time. Now let's see here. What do we want to do as we move forward along with our little lovely home right here? Well, first off, we should get rid of the dead bodies. That's not gonna be a lot of fun for our people. So let's set up some graves. Keep them as happy as clams, or as happy as they could be. I received a comment recently saying that you can actually sell the graves, which it looks like you might be able to do. I'm not entirely sure if that's smart, though. Let's sell one, because I just want to make sure that selling the grave doesn't, like, leave the body just chilling somewhere. That would be amazing if it gave us metal. I can't see any way that it would give us metal, though, but let's go ahead and test by getting rid of one of those graves. See what happens here. Oh, God, brings the body back. Okay, we are not going to do that, so let's go ahead and go back to doing that. I actually got a lot of comments recently, which were very, very interesting and very, very helpful in their own regard. Oh, God, Haskell, you can pull through, my good sir. You could be all right. Be happy with life. But I got a lot of interesting comments recently, like, why don't I just go through those, one by one? That'll be a good way of handling things, I suppose. Blazer was saying that I should probably set up— oh, shoot, speaking of our defenses, actually, let's go ahead and set these charges down, as we always do. But, Blazer was saying that it would probably be a good idea to set up some extra, like, walls, like in the sense of— where are they? The sandbags. But what he was suggesting was actually using, dumping zones to create what are these called? Rock debris barriers, which I think sounds absolutely badass. And in fact, should we do that? Let's go ahead. We're not gonna do it inside, but let's just to make our base look cool, let's actually set out a weird dumping zone, kind of like that. Maybe one right there as well, and it can probably, like, go down right here. I don't want it completely surrounding the area, though, because then obviously that's going to hinder our, people's ability to move around well. So let's like, cover up that much, and delete, like, there. Maybe delete that one instead, and pop that one right back in, and we'll delete a couple more of them over here. Then, of course, the thing that we'll need to do is we'll need to mark all of those, so, just to make sure that they only hold debris. So, oh, wait, no, not only corpses. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, and then, oh, that one's the same one. Get rid of you as well. Might look a little bit weird since they're not all color-coded the same, but that's my fault. Maybe I'll change that in the future. This could be our, like, rainbow outside of our base or something like that, to make us feel happy. It'll be like the cheerful scene. Okay, we've got pistols in there. I was double-checking to make sure what those were. I thought one of them was a Lee Enfield, and I was gonna be like, what the hell are you doing, people? We want the Lee Enfields inside. Speaking of that kind of stuff, I probably should keep on expanding the equipment barracks, so let's go ahead and do that right now, before I forget. We could put one right there, and then probably— no, doesn't quite work out the way I wanted it to, but maybe we'll still just put one right here, like that. I would have preferred there to be two spaces, so I could have, like, one on each side, but then that's gonna mess up with people being able to grab one of those guns, and it'll probably look awkward, so let's just put down a third one. Hey, the fog just went away. I always like the fog in the game, because obviously it means that, fires won't be able to grow as quickly, but also it kind of looks cool in its own way, that everything gets really fuzzy on the screen and all that jazz. But, back to the comments. Veldron Nebunu— wait, no, sorry if I pronounced this completely wrong. Veldron Nebunul was saying that apparently walls only short-circuit when they're damaged, or at least that increases the chance. Local bomb rat, that is not good. And is that the one that's going crazy? Yes, it is. Okay. That is very annoying, as you guys know. One of the biggest irritations in this game, at least in my opinion, is definitely the boom rats. I hate the boom rats so much. Actually, buddy, you're gonna grab the charge rifle, since I think that's actually probably one of the best weapons in the game, if I were to guess. M16 might be better than that, though, so you'll swap to an M16. Let's actually pretty much just try to get to the point where no one on our team has pistols, because obviously I don't think pistols are all that useful for the most part. You could grab the M24, and then everyone else needs to go out and help with this stupid bomb rat. I cannot express how much I hate these things. So, Abraham, run for your life, buddy! Oh no, he's one of the people with a pistol. Wait! Oh shoot, a local squirrel has gone mad too? Is that squirrel mad? Oh, I thought that squirrel was attacking him, but I guess I was wrong. Oh my god, if we got that squirrel in a boom rat in a stun lock, nice! We actually were able to take that guy down before he got, close to our units once again. That's always nice to feel secure in that regard. But as I was saying, apparently, the chances of a wall short-circuiting at least increase when they're damaged. I don't know if it only happens when they're damaged. So if that is the case, that's something that we'll definitely want to keep an eye out for, and that fire is actually getting pretty damn fearsome. If it gets too much closer, we'll definitely want to be quite careful to watch for those the safety of our solar panels, because obviously that is very, very important to our base right now, keeping the extra power coming in. Speaking of which, I would just like to make sure those are both in the home zone, which they indeed are. So yeah, everything else looks good on the home zone. Let's just keep things moving. Once Abraham wakes up, I'll probably have him check in with the people. Yeah, Abraham is our trader or our negotiator when doing trades, I suppose. Like, I don't know what it was. It was probably just me remembering that he was that guy, but something was like screaming out in my mind. It was like, Abraham is the trade man. He will do all the— oh god, Snappy, don't sit on his face. That's so rude. He's sleeping. Not only sleeping, he's healing. Trader has passed by. Actually, that is, pretty picture-perfect timing. So let's actually wake Abraham up. He could, lose a little bit of rest for the sake of us trying to get, resources. Because, obviously, that is always very important. Might as well buy this guy out completely. We only have 246 food. Although our stockpile thing is pretty— doing pretty well. Let's start this trade. I'm gonna pause time just in case I want to bring Abraham back. Nice to see our drop beacon is working effectively. Yeah, it actually does look like we don't really have that much food. There was still a lot of food scattered around the map, of course. So wow, a real ton. I didn't know there were 3 of them. I completely forgot about that. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, like, well, I'm trying to decide if it's a good idea to sell more food right now. We could probably sell at least 100, because we still have our plants growing inside, and if worst comes to worst, people can just eat food that's out in the wild. Sounds like another squirrel went crazy. At least it's not Boom Rat again, but freaking silly. I don't like it when that stuff happens. So let's go ahead and sell 100 food to him. He doesn't trade in weapons. That's very unfortunate. I would love to get rid of these pistols that are just kind of chilling with us right now, but you know, things don't always work the way you want. Oh no, it's the squirrel that was our friend who's going crazy. That's so sad. Oh well. Might as well use a guy with an overpowered weapon to take out the easiest thing in the game. Oh, shoot, a blight. That's actually probably pretty bad. That's still that squirrel though, so that'll be handled pretty effectively. Thank God all that food's out there now, then. Because honestly, I'm still not sure if the supply that we have in these hoppers, I'm not sure if those would run out by the point that I'm not sure if those would run out before we actually get more in our hydroponics tables, but it's always— and this fire just will not die down. That is actually pretty scary. This is actually a really cool detail that I never noticed before. I never noticed that when a fire strikes on like an area with a lot of grass, it actually burns the grass. It does also look like it's kind of focusing on the grassy areas, like that one just vanished. That's something that obviously one would expect. Oh no! We get to see the sad, unfortunate end of this poor cactus. Unless the night air puts out the fire, but no, the night air's not gonna do it in time. Oh, woe is that poor cactus. But that's really interesting. I never knew that it actually clears out grassy areas. I mean, one would expect it would, because you would imagine that would be a pretty standard thing to expect for that kind of a situation regarding this game, but still cool to know that it actually works out that way. Let's get this prisoner room going. It's high time we started that, I think, so we need that area and then just wall that door off, and that should actually be a pretty completed prisoner room. Just need to actually put down the beds. So let's... Actually, do we want to do that right now? We do need another research project. That's something I completely forgot to do now that it's foretold on the top right corner. And there's actually one other comment I wanted to mention. Ryan Jalbert was saying that I should really choose to equip my squad mates with weaponry based on skill. I presume he was talking about the skill of the people, not like how good the gun is, because I definitely did need to swap people out for different weapons, like, speaking of Abraham right here, once he's done, let's actually swap him off to a Lee Enfield to be sure, but that was making me curious, because I was unsure if you can actually see how good people are at firing their weapons. Obviously, as I found out, and I mentioned before, firefighting is not shooting skills. That was a really silly thing for me to think way back in the day. But, yeah, I don't know if there's any way to see how good units are with guns. Ah, haha, this would be it right here, wouldn't it? Yep, shooting right there, 10. Okay. I barely ever open this screen. I should open it a lot more than I do. So that's something that I'll have to definitely try to keep an eye on, seeing who I want to fight in fights, based on their gun capabilities or shooting capabilities. And of course on top of that, ooh, nice. Fear Tech already finished. We're done with research then. That's really cool to get that done and finished with. But and then obviously on top of that, as Ryan Jalbert was saying, I probably really should try to figure out who I want to equip with which gun based on how good their skill is. Like give the really intense weapons, like maybe the M24 or an M16 even, to the people who have the really good skills. Or actually probably like the R-Charge rifle. That would probably be best suited for someone who's really good at shooting. Like let's go ahead and see what how Zeef is doing. Only level 3, yeah, so that'd probably be something that would be much more suited towards someone else, but I'll try to look at that in a bit. Actually, you know what? Why don't we try to do that right now? Once we figure out what's going on with these things. Ooh, a slave trader. Okay, that's really good. We could get some more colonists. Oh, okay. Oh no! Go away, vast thing. For a second there, I thought that there was only one raider who showed up, and I was like, my mind was blown. I was thinking like, wow, really? Okay, so there are 3 enemy snipers, all obviously with M24s. A magician? That's pretty cool. And an alcoholic, and a brawler. This is a wacky crew. I would love to see a movie based on these guys. A magician, an alcoholic, and a brawler? Being like robbing banks or something like that. I think that would be absolutely badass. So, with all this debris around here, it probably would not be a good idea at all to try to get in a fight with these guys. But we could still think about giving it a shot, you know? So why don't we set everything up that we would need to want to initiate that? Which basically means I'm going to check everyone and see what weapons they have and what capabilities they have with those weapons. Oh yeah, like this guy's 1 and he has a sniper rifle. You're gonna drop that M24, buddy. So he's gonna put it on in there. In the meantime, things might go a little bit slow for a little bit because I just want to examine everyone's Shooting skills, of course. I already checked Zeef, and he was horrible. Yeah, I thought so. Who was the first person I checked? Was it... It wasn't Gonzalo, but Gonzalo is actually pretty good. Woodward is pretty bad. At least Gonzalo's good compared to everyone else. There was someone with a 10, though, and it was... Okay, it was Jonathan here. So Jonathan is probably gonna take that sniper rifle. Pump-action shotgun would be cool for him to use, of course, but I think I would rather have the most skilled people using the one that would have the largest shooting radius, you know? So I could get guys who are really far away and all that jazz. Pump-action shotgun's just gonna shoot on the floor. I mean, shoot on the floor. It's just gonna sit on the floor now, apparently, until someone picks that up. Let's also set some prisoner beds in here. And probably get a light. Also, keep an eye on this wall area right here. See if actually that will short circuit or explode now. Because it's kind of silly because of how much I hate short circuits. Or at least in walls and anywhere else. But I kind of really want to test if that actually is the case. And see if a damaged wall does indeed short circuit in the future. So let's put down some lights as well. Don't want the prisoners being too unhappy with their situation. And I think we should definitely still have enough power after putting all those down, so... Now here's the thing, I'm gonna examine the map just to make sure that none of our squad mates are outside this home radius. Slappy was really bad. Abraham is awful. John was the really good one, and he's got the sniper rifle now. Gonzalo was second best, and a Lee Enfield, I think, is a pretty good weapon. But whoever had the... also bad. Whoever had the M16, that's something that should probably go to Slappy. So this is gonna be kind of a weird fight, because honestly, I think I actually kind of want to go 2-on-3, or at least see how well we'll be able to handle this fight on our own. And we're gonna have John and and Gonzalo, or Gonzalo, of course, handle the early stages of this fight at least. So, oh, that's the trader ship. Okay, I thought that was the raiders for a sec. Thing we need to wonder right now is there a very good defensive position? I already mentioned that our home base is pretty much awful at this moment because we don't really have much of this debris defensive field set up quite yet. But then in addition to that, there's so much cover surrounding us. I think we want to get both of them right around in this position. They should have enough space to run away without getting too hurt if things turn bad. It wasn't... No, it was Gonzalo and John. That was Slappy for a sec. Mark should be one of them. Mark the Marksman. That would be super badass. So, John, you go up there. And the other one was Gonzalo. I don't know why my mind totally blanked there for a sec. Question we should concern ourselves with, though, is do we want other people to fight here, too? Well, what we do want, for sure, is everyone else to get frickin' indoors, so they're not gonna die here. So everyone who's not going to fight, you're going back inside. Actually, Abraham, you know what, you could chill right there. You'll help with the fight. Mark, I did not mark for you to go inside. It's probably a lot more, way prouder of that statement than I should have been, and things actually look like they might turn out really well here. These raiders are goddamn avast things. If I don't turn that off by the next time it shows up, you guys gotta like yell at me, okay? Tell me I'm stupid. Don't do that. That's mean. But tell me I'm a ding dong or a poopy face. Poopy face might be a little bit too silly. Oh, come on, John. You got this. Sniper on sniper. While the other guys go up for a flank. Oh, Gonzalo, no! You could like go up that way too, Abraham. For the ultimate flank. Gonzalo is almost dead. I know M24s deal a lot of damage, but Abraham is almost dead. Okay, he should probably run. Let's get him back indoors as well. That means we're pretty much gonna hope at this point that John wins this fight. We'll also like kinda like sneak Gonzalo back via the downward path. Hopefully he won't shoot at her, because Gonzalo's one of my favorites! one of our first citizens, and a really cool one nonetheless. Why do I always think Gonzalo is a female? I don't know why I messed that up, and I apologize for it, but in the words of Popeye, I am what I am, so, you know, deal with it. Oh, Gonzalo, good! You made a miss! That was pretty badass. Where's he aiming at now? Apparently he's lost his mind and decided to shoot at something else. But that was a cool fight! We actually handled that completely on our own. Didn't even need the blasting charges. And I gotta say, I'm definitely sure a lot of that went towards, how we swapped the weapons around and stuff like that. So really good on you, Ryan Gelbert. Thank you for the tip. That really helped a lot in that fight for sure. So let's go ahead and mark all these bodies. We want to get those out of the way as soon as possible for sure. And that's going to give us a lot more M24s, which is actually kind of glorious. I don't think anyone else is going to be too good with them at this moment for sure. But M24s, despite their very slow firing rates, are actually kind of one of my favorite weapons, at least towards the late game. Because I think it's a very, very good strategy to set up an area where there's basically kind of like what we had out here, where there's very little defensive cover, at least in the like close range area. So the enemies, if they start moving in, they're basically going to be doomed, because while they're coming from so far away, we're just going to be poking them more and more with our shots, until eventually they get defeated. Basically on their slow and unfortunate breach trying to take us out. We are actually getting pretty low on metal. We still have so much in our base, so we're actually not low at all. We have 874. But it might be time to start considering mining into one of these supplies right here. I mean, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't want to do that. So let's actually go for the nearest one, see how much is actually in here. And it'll be cool to get all this mined out, because I think that this is something that we're definitely going to want to remove in the future. This just like big lug or I don't know, this small little mountain here or whatever. Because we definitely want to make more room for our actual home. It's unfortunate that we didn't get any prisoners there, but the slave trader is here. I almost forgot about that slave trader. Let's go ahead and buy a slave. Why not? Abraham, my good sir. Let's see what we can afford, though. We actually don't have too much money to spend. Despite how much is in there, we actually might need to build a second launch pad, which would be a little bit silly in my opinion, but I don't know. Oh, shoot! Maybe the money system was messed around with then, because these guys are really, really cheap. Although they might not be all that useful. Where are their stats at? Stats are okay for this guy. Kinda surprises me. I don't know, I really... I have to imagine that, the basically... How would I describe it? I think that it's like, the money counts for a lot less, you know? That things cost less more now, and you buy things for less, probably. So there's obviously a lot less cash in general. It would make sense, because otherwise there would probably be way too much silver scattered around the map from a gameplay standpoint. Let's go ahead and sell a ton of our food. We could actually probably, yeah, we could take all of this guy's cash and still be really alright in regards to our food supply, I think. We'll go a little bit oh no, that's exactly what he's got. That works really fine. And then let's buy some slaves. Maybe then we could sell even some more food to him and, I don't know, kind of get all of our money back. Do we want to buy both? We could buy both. And I don't see any reason why not. Incapable of nothing. And incapable of social and cleaning. That's perfectly fine. I think both of these guys are probably some really good units to have on our team. So, let's go ahead and do that. Oh no, I sold him back! That was my bad. I hope that didn't lose us a little bit of cash, but even if it did, that's okay. Doug is looking very orange. Not really sure what's up with that. Looks like he's a Martian or something like that, but, you know, I don't judge. Apparently we've got, like, a Martian on our squad now, or at least someone who's very, very tan. Maybe he's like, I don't know. Let's see. Well, how do we want to set this up? Obviously, firefighting is going to be critical on all of those dudes. Don't really need any additional miners or growers. Could take another one, though. It's funny, I completely forgot to manage all of Zeef's stuff once I wanted to figure all that out. Let's go ahead and get one more cleaner, one more hauler, and then should I have someone else focus on plant growing? See, I'm really not sure if that's actually really necessary at all at this point. It's weird. We know that these two aren't going to be plant growers, though. You know what? It might be a little bit silly. But let's have someone who does plant growing and plant cutting second, and actually another person who does mining second, just so we have the option of another person completing all those tasks, you know? It's never a bad thing to have all that stuff going on. I think I'll just leave cooking all fours, because I don't know what cooking does. I have seen the cooking option before. I've seen, like, when raw potatoes are sitting on the floor, there's the option to cook them. So maybe I'll actually test that out in a second, just to, like, try to mess around with it. That could be a 3, that could be a 2, then let's make this a 2, and this a 3, and then 1 and 1, I suppose. That would probably balance out well, considering with everyone else. Because I do think we probably should have someone who cares most about repairing, and we don't have one of those, even if it's balanced with construction. That should work out pretty okay. So, always cool to have 2 new squad mates, so that means our base is just going to be growing even more gloriously than it has in the past, so... potatoes! I wanted to test the potato thing. Who is capable of cooking? Oh, pretty much everyone. Haskell is the only one who can't do it. Let's have Gonzalo, since Gonzalo is the one who's actually marked as 2 for it. She's sleeping. Zeef, you probably have nothing better to do, so you're going... Oh, but no, I want to take a plant cutter who could do it. So Woodward. Where's Woodward? Woodward is right there. That's actually pretty perfect. We're going to prioritize growing this bush, and then you can only haul it. That's weird. I swear I saw the cook option before. Can you do it once it's hauled? No, I can't even click that. I don't know what to think about that. That's kind of weird. Kind of a interesting thing. Who knows, maybe cooking just isn't a thing in the game like so many other things. An industrial trader's here, though. That's always a good thing. Let's see what he's got for us. Probably... The industrial traders just usually trade in metal and stuff like that, so... Probably won't be too much that we'll want to get, because honestly, we really don't even need metal at this point. It might just be smart to hold on to our cash. Although he does have 776, and it's all very cheap. I think we buy him out. Oh my god. Oh my, wait. Okay, we don't have enough to do that. But it's only $1 each. Shouldn't that add up to the silver? Interesting. Apparently I don't know how this game works. But, so we actually cannot buy nearly as much as I thought we could at first. But you know, that'll work out fine. We have 172 in there. Let's just buy all this metal. That'll work out fine for us. Yeah, our supply just went up like 400. That is super good for us. We should probably start expanding then. I think last episode I said we were going to expand in this one, so obviously makes sense that we would. So let's plan how we want to set this out. We could also actually keep on expanding our interior situation, because there is a lot that I would like us to mess around with in there. There's still a little bit more wall or material to mine out of that wall. Let's actually start moving upwards, though. I think that would be pretty cool. We could probably set up like a wall that high up and then cover up that much area. Might not be smart to set up the wall for like this whole area before I know how much space I want all those rooms to occupy. And where doors are going to be, for that matter. But I honestly think it's okay. I think that'll work out perfectly fine. We'll just set it up the way it is. Uh-oh. Hogan is one step away from imprisoning himself for the rest of his life in this area if the rest of that wall gets built and he does it on that side. So let's go ahead and also plan the doors that we want to add in. I think we'll only have 2 doors, probably one where I placed it right there and one over here. I think it actually would probably be a very smart idea to put one in the geothermal generator room as well, though, because I want us to be able to get to that thing from almost every angle. Obviously, we won't do it from this angle, because this is where, like, our death corridor is and our entrance and all that jazz. But, that'll work out fine. One thing I didn't consider, though, that actually would be kind of a worry, we definitely want to get this wall finished before any before any raiders strike, because if that happens, then we'll be in a little bit of a pickle, because they'll have another entrance to come in and start wailing on our people, but it doesn't look like that's gonna be the case. Even if the raiders came down, like, right now, they wouldn't be able to get inside, so I think flooring is the next step for us, then. Yeah, we have so much cash to spend, and it is absolutely glorious. Can't put the smooth flooring in this room, which is a shame, because it is absolutely free, but we'll just do some other kind of carpeting then. Let's do green. Green, I mean blue. This is the color blue. Apparently I'm colorblind. I was gonna say green, make it like match this room right here, but I always like to spread out the colors, you know? It's cool that way, cool and fun. Although we might make this room green as well, just because it's also a food room, so those are like the 2 food rooms that are the same color. Make it look nice and awesome. This can be red, and then the prisoner room will also be red as well, to signify the darkness of their hearts and, I don't know, their lack of humanity? That makes me sound like a horrible individual. because I believe in forgiveness, especially if it allows these people to join our squad, so, you know. We just spent a lot of cash, though, probably, once it actually starts showing, because obviously we haven't spent used up too much metal yet. But carpeting, the price of floorings in this game is definitely something that is not to be underestimated. They go for so much in this game. We'll mark probably about that much for that whole hallway, because I think it would probably still be a good idea to set up some other kind of room in here. Although it probably will just end up being like a corresponding additional living quarters that are just like parallel to the ones right here. So actually probably not too much of a point thinking or delving on that too deeply. In fact, let's actually do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or if I wanted to be that, what's it called, Sesame Street sketch, I could be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that. I believe I counted 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, how many did I actually put down? That's the problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. God damn it. I hate it when I do that. Looks like we didn't waste any metal, though, because that's still 3. So, now that we have all that planned out, we could set the rest of the metal flooring there. And then, yeah, future of our base in that regard shall be absolutely glorious. Oh my god. Our base is looking so pretty with all the carpets. The carpets in this game are definitely one of my favorite parts, I gotta say. They just make everything look so nice once they're all put in place and all that jazz. Let's put one right there, one right there. Can have the green seep in for that spot. And that'll probably work out pretty fine and dandy, so... Oh no. God damn it, I hate these frickin' eclipses. Oh well, our base is really expanding nicely right here. I still looks a little bit wonky with the weird different colors for this this debris barrier or wall that we're going to set up eventually. But I am loving the way things are looking right now. I think we can I think only good things are to come in the future. Of course, things are probably still gonna get scary. Because while the past few raider attacks haven't been all that bad, their weaponry has been becoming more and more... Well, that's a bad way of wording it. They've been bringing more and more powerful weapons each time they've come. So I got a feeling the next step is going to be additional people, like a larger amount of people showing up, matched with those really powerful weapons. So I think things might definitely get I think things are certainly going to get more intense as we move along. But as things have been moving so far, I have faith that we'll definitely be able to hold out and pull through everything. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, comment, and or subscribing if you have not. I am the EggScrambledGamer, and I will see you all next time.